Hey Internet, Eric here. Tonight's video is per request of a fellow YouTuber by the name of Horror Gamer. I will put the link to his channel in the description below. Let's see here. I found Horror Gamer on Twitter. Don't know how. I don't know if he followed me first or if something he posted was retweeted and I liked what he said. But over the past few months, he started his own YouTube channel. He's got some really good movie reviews. He does a lot of Let's Plays like Resident Evil, and I think he just started a Walking Dead game. All kinds of stuff. I'll talk more about him personally in like a major shout out video that I mentioned in my update video. But we've conversed over the past few months since he started, and his channel's starting to grow. He's gotten a lot better in front of the camera, and he did a couple reviews for me. He reviewed Pet Sematary, which turned out to be really good, and he reviewed Rob Zombie's 31, which I don't think he liked as much as I did, but that review is entertaining as fuck, dude. So check out Horror Gamer, give him a sub, give him a look, all that jazz. Tonight, per his request, he asked me to return to the land of Jason Voorhees and talk Friday the 13th, Part 6, Jason Lives. Now, if you're new to my channel, welcome. Blah, blah, blah. I discuss plot spoilers, specific scenes, and if it is a Friday the 13th film, which is known for its creative kills, I'm probably going to discuss them too. So, watch at your own risk. Part 6, we were once again following Tommy Jarvis. This time played by Thom Mathews. Tommy was in parts 4 and 5. He's driving along to the cemetery with Ron Palillo. You know, good old Arnold Horshack next to him. They've snuck out of the asylum. And Tommy wants, for his own mental sake, wants to make sure Jason is dead. Digs him up. Has a flashback. Goes apeshit and stabs the hell out of Jason's corpse with a metal pole. Just like out of Frankenstein, lightning strikes it, bring Jason back to life. And then now Tommy is trying to stop Jason while Camp Crystal Lake has now been opened. And it's running. Children are coming to the camp. Hilarity ensues while that happens. Alright, let's see here. Well, this is probably the last well-received by the fans entry into the series. And this is where director Tom McLaughlin, he took this series and made it total tongue-in-cheek. I mean, after the whole scene with Tommy Jarvis and Horshack, we get the opening credits to, once again, Harry Manfredini's great score. But Jason walks in a la James Bond, and instead of turning and shooting the gun, he turns and he hacks the machete. So we know that total tongue-in-cheek. It's going to be super cheesy, but done in a fun way. And it really is. But we'll get to that. First, we got Tommy Jarvis. Again, a well-liked character. I enjoyed him by Corey Feldman in Part 4. Loved him as John, played by John Shepard in the last one. Thom Mathews here is okay. He's not that bad. He's likable. Some of his line delivery isn't the best. I don't know. When he's coercing Jason into the middle of Crystal Lake, and he's calling him a pussy and maggot head. Just the way he says the word pussy just really gets me every time. Come on, you pussy. It just irks me. Overall, though, he's very likable. His relationship with Megan, the sheriff's daughter, is really good. They got really good chemistry, really good sexual tension. Jennifer Cook, who plays Megan, she's very likable, very pretty. She's a good lead here. She works well with Thom Mathews. She works well with the other camp counselors. So your two leads here, very likable, very good performances. Good as in a Friday the 13th movie. So, goodness, you're off to a good start. And then we got the rest of the counselors, which they don't have major roles, but they're very likable. You got Sissy, they're very cute, quirky at times, fun camp counselor. You got, what the fuck is her name? The other one. I don't fucking know her name, who is very sweet, with the children. And you got Court, the only guy, I'll get to. And so overall, very likable for the most part. We'll get to it. So you're following characters that you know are going to die, but you don't necessarily want them to, other than Court, which I'll get to. And then we have the other side story where, like I said, Megan, is it Megan or Megan? Megan, yeah. Her father is the sheriff of Crystal Lake, which is now called Forest Green because they want to disassociate with the whole Jason thing. Fucking hate that. He's doing his job. He knows Tommy Jarvis is, starting shit. He knows his daughter's involved. He wants Tommy Jarvis out of the town. Doesn't believe the Jason shit. Eventually, he shows up at Camp Crystal Lake when all hell's breaking loose. I like this actor who plays the sheriff. He's really good. He's the hard ass, but he's just doing his job. He's protecting his daughter. He doesn't believe this Jason Voorhees bullshit, and he's really, really good. So you got all this likable characters just thrown together, and they work really well. Except for Court. Court's the only guy counselor in this whole bunch, and I fucking hate him. He's annoying as shit. I just don't like the way he handles himself, the way he looks, the way his performance. He's the dude you want to die right away, and he doesn't. Now, he's not like Dewey from the Scream series, but he's just dumber and shit. He's annoying as hell. Like, here's an example. I mean, the kids say it perfect. There's a scene where he's taking the kids boy hunting. Jesus Christ, this isn't like a Jeffrey Jones movie. He takes the kids boy scouting, showing them rock formations and shit like that, and he doesn't know what he's talking about. He comes off as a moron, and the kids look at each other and they know they're in big trouble because if they're following this guy, their summer's fucked. And there's the scene where he's banging this chick, which is a funny scene because she's one of the sexiest females in the whole series of Friday the 13th, and she doesn't get naked there. That's what I think is cheesily fun about Friday the 13th series. They're known for their sex and violence, and the one sex scene in this movie, there's not a goddamn titty shot in the entire movie. So that's funny. But, he's banging this chick in this RV, and then they think Jason's there, and they drive away. And then she's getting attacked in the bathroom by Jason. He's asking her if she's taking a dump, and he wants to come take a look, and this and that. I'm just like, shut the fuck up, dude. He's unlikable. He's annoying as hell, and when Jason stabs him in the head, I'm happy. But other than Court, well, no, there's one more character. There's the sheriff deputy. He's got this new laser scope on his gun, and there's this running gag where the red dot goes, ya bang. He's got to fucking say it all the time. So other than those two, great characters. The kills, some are really, typical, like, shit thrown to the head, stabbings. Some are really, really creative. Jason's crushing heads. Jason is impaling two people on a motorcycle. He's doing a triple decapitation at one time. The poor chick that had to bang Court. She's, like I said, she's struggling in the bathroom with him. And she gets her head thrown into the wall, and you see the imprint of her face coming out of the wall. I've already warned you about spoilers. The sheriff, when he's doing this confrontation with Jason, saving his daughter because he knows his daughter's in trouble, he gets folded backwards, like where his hands touch his feet, and just the sound and the way it looks. And then there's some more, and it's brutal. It's not over the top gory other than in a couple scenes, but it leaves an impact, and it's great. C.J. Graham, who plays Jason, this is where Jason is officially a zombie. He's not a slow walking zombie like Romero or Walking Dead. Or he's just technically undead. He power walks. He's not, this slow, methodical guy. He's got movement. Like when he's throwing shit, and when he's hacking, It's really cool. Really good, not bad performance for a stuntman, because they always hire stuntmen for Jason. Soundtrack, oh man. Other than Harry Manfredini's fantastic score, like always. You got 3 Alice Cooper songs, He's Back, The Man Behind the Mask, of course, probably the most famous song in Friday the 13th series, which plays during the ending credits. Teenage Frankenstein plays in a wonderfully shot scene where Jason's slowly walking towards court as he's driving the RV, and you see glimpses of Jason slowly moving, and shots of him pulling his hunting knife out, shots of him in the rear view mirror as he... Great. And then in a really good, especially for Friday the 13th standards, you don't really think of a car chase, do you? Well, there's a car chase between where Megan and Tommy are being chased by the sheriff. Hairpin turns, all that shit to Alice Cooper's Hard Rock Summer. And I mentioned the sexual tension. It's a really funny scene. Tommy's head is put down on her crotch, so he's not seen driving with her. And of course there's bumpy roads, and his head is bumping in there, and of course we get the camera shot of her crotch, and it's a fun scene. Just a lot of these scenes like that just make this movie fun. He kills Court and What's-Her-Face in the RV, and it spins out of control, and it lands outside, and he punches out of the wall, and he stands up on top of the RV as it's on fire, looking out into the distance like a total fucking badass. This stuff is fun. Yeah, there's more kills that I won't get into it, but like the kill that involves the camera shot on the American Express card. Perfect. Don't leave home without it. Shot. So much fun. The action, when we get it, is really good. There's some intense scenes. I like the final confrontation between Jason and Tommy. Tommy takes a boat out into the middle of Crystal Lake. He pours gasoline around it, sets it on fire, because he thinks Jason can only be defeated if he's sent to his, original resting place, bottom of Crystal Lake. So he's got this big boulder and a chain tied around it. And they're fighting in the fire and the water, and it's really good, and such a great scene, such a fun scene. Is it one of the best films in the series? No. But it's one of the most fun, and I really, really enjoy it. Even though I hate this fucking cover. Because, A, fucking Paramount. The deluxe edition covers are all fucking shitty. That's Mask from Part 5. Jason doesn't wear a sweater, so this is obviously Part 5 promo picture. Anyways, but Jason Lives. So much fun. Where else are you going to see Ron Palillo and Tony Goldwyn from Ghost in a Friday the 13th movie becoming victims? Oh, wait. Mentioned Court as something I hated. One thing I absolutely hate in this film, though, are the kids. Now, I hate the kid. Like, Jason's attacking. They're hiding under their bed, and they're like, what did you want to be when you grew up? Because they know they're going to die. It's lame and stupid, but what I really, really fucking hate, what really gets me in this film, is a little blonde girl named Nancy. Nancy's obviously the name taken from Nancy from A Nightmare on Elm Street. And she's the one that sees Jason, and she sees a bloody machete, and she goes to see, not Sissy, but the other... Sissy's there's 2 counselors that watch over the children at the time. There's Sissy, the cute black one, and then there's What's-Her-Face, the one with the Meg Foster eyes. She goes to see, and she's white, so she goes to see the white girl, and they have this little relationship, and just that little girl Nancy, that actress fucking sucked. She has a bad dream, so Meg Foster eyes has to go check on her, and Sissy checks on her, and what's wrong? I had this bad dream. This man was after me, and he wanted to kill me. She sounds exactly like that. I fucking hate her, and I wish she died in the film. But Jason doesn't kill kids, so whatever. But still, I hate the fucking kids in this movie. So after all that, though, overall, Horror Gamer, thank you once again for making me rewatch Friday the 13th Part 6. I had a lot of fun, like I always do. Other than Court being a dumb fuck and the kids being annoying as hell, you get so much in this film. You get a fun soundtrack, you get action sequences, car chases, creative kills, likable counselors for the most part, some over-the-top deaths, some really cool right-at-you deaths. Tommy Jarvis is very likable here. He's got a great chemistry with Megan. The sheriff character, really like the sheriff. Oh, and I fucking hate, like I said, another thing, I hate how they changed the name to Forest Green because they don't want to associate with Jason. That's just dumb. Other than that, though, I highly, highly recommend Part 6. Jason Goes to... I was just going to say Jason Goes to Hell. Part 6, Jason Lives. Wow. Anyways, thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. Click that stupid fucking bell. Comment below. Check out Horror Gamer's channel. Tell him I sent you. Any other requests, feel free to throw them along. Cheers. And God, I used to be so good with this. I always used to end my videos with a quote. Cheers. And happy Friday the 13th.